You're from Dundee. You Socialist down there, man? That's your Socialist.
This is your country. I'm Labour. I'm Labour.
I got the best man.
I'm voting yes.
Dundee played a major part in the formation of the Labour Party, and we're going to play a major part in getting rid of this rancid winner.
On Thursday, 18th September, is our chance to reject conservatism forever. In Scotland, we have not voted for a conservative government since 1955. We have suffered austerity, cuts, privatisation, nuclear weapons, bank bonuses, tax avoidance, child poverty, fuel poverty, and every sort of indignity. Our chance on Thursday is to reject all of that. Let's say no thanks to nuclear weapons. We can say no thanks to nuclear weapons, to being one of the top 6 arms exporters in the world, dealers in death. The UK is not okay, and it's not been okay for a very long time. I can see no prospect of change in the United Kingdom, which seeks to promote the interests of the 1%. They have no interest in ordinary people, not just in Scotland, but in much of England as well. And when we vote yes, we are not voting for Alex Salmond. We are not voting for Nicola Sturgeon. We are voting for ourselves. And we, the ordinary people of Scotland, have woken up. We have woken up from a long, deep sleep. We have smelt the coffee. And we've drunk enough of it to know that we're not going back to sleep again for a long time. The future is ours, but it's up to us to take it. It's up to us to make it happen. And on Thursday, we will.
Better Together claim that we're attempting to try and divide a united kingdom. I'd just like to say this. How united a kingdom do we actually live in? Where does the phrase the North-South divide come from? Does that bespeak a kingdom that is united in itself? The reality is that we are a fundamentally divided society between the haves and the have-nots, between that 1% that hoard their money in offshore banking accounts and the other 99% who are prey to the insecurities of minimum wage, zero contracts and benefit sanctions. We've been outside the brew for the last 4 months in Dundee, which has got one of the highest sanction rates anywhere in Scotland. And we can see the picture of this so-called United Kingdom when people come out from being sanctioned for the heinous crime of being 2 minutes late for an interview and find themselves left without any money for up to 12 weeks. We want to see an end to that kind of division. And I make a point to the older voters amongst you. There's been a massive emotional appeal made towards you to remember the welfare state that gave you free education and free health from 1945-46 onwards. And I'll tell you this, I speak as an ex-Labour Party member on and off for 20 years. I left for the last time in the Second Gulf War. I couldn't stomach it anymore. The new Labour are old Tories in new bottles. That's the whole thing that they are. And I say this, I didn't leave the Labour Party. The Labour Party left me, and it left thousands of other people behind in Dundee and in cities right across Scotland. We want to have a society where we don't vote in a party and then find the Tories are actually ruling us instead. And then we vote yes on September the 18th. We will put an end to the democratic deficit. We will consign the Tories in Scotland to the dustbin of history where they belong. And I say this to my ex-comrades sitting in the Scottish Labour bus. It's quite a big bus that can probably hit the entire membership in Dundee and probably the entire membership in Scotland. Dundee played a fundamental part in the creation of the Labour Party in the 1880s. This was one of the birthplaces of the modern Labour movement. And isn't it ironic that Dundee will also play a part in burrowing the new Labour Tweedledum and Tweedledees? Get rid of the Red Tories. And I say that the best thing that can happen to the Labour Party is independence, because then you'll be able to come out from under the Westminster carpet and actually stand on their own 2 feet and become the party that we knew when we were young parents, the kind of party that had councillors on every street. What have they got now? Public schoolboys running them. People who do not know the realities of actual life at the sharp end. These people have nothing relevant to say. There is no point in the modern Labour Party as it stands at the moment. And when we get independence, we will have a decent society. We know it's not going to be a land of milk and honey. But I can guarantee this, if we vote no, and this isn't scaremongering, the cuts are coming. David Cameron will be able to turn around and say, I'm the man that saved the Union, and a Tory government will be guaranteed in 2015. And they will be coming after our National Health Service, they will be coming after free education, and they will be coming after the welfare state. Reject the politics of fear. Reject the siren voices for the mass media that are attempting to tell you that we do not have the support. They say that they're still ahead in the polls. Go into any scheme in Dundee and it is a sea of salt tires and yes flags. And no stickers and belted together stickers are as rare as hen's teeth. The reality is they're panicking. They're absolutely panicking. And the world has come to us. We didn't have to go out to the world anymore like those 2 million Scots that were spewed out for this country because they couldn't find opportunities in the 20th century. The world is coming to us now, and they're watching us, and they will hear Ori Dundee's roar on September the 18th.
A friend from the Scottish Socialist Party will say a few words. I think our bus here is away to head off in the very near future. Just from the Scottish Socialist Party to say a few words. Right, folks, what an amazing turnout today. It's good to see all these Dundonians on the right side of the argument. Now, I stand here. What the Labour Party might try and do is they're going to post all these videos of us marching down the street, and they're all going to say that we are raging mad Scottish nationalists wearing kilts and flying haggis and shouting freedom at the top of our lungs. But I tell you now, I stand here as a true socialist, a proud socialist. And the Labour Party are the party that abandoned the working class, not Scotland breaking from the Union. We rebuild a fair society, and our brothers and sisters in England can break away from the Westminster agenda and create a more fair and equal society for themselves. We are on the cusp of history. We have changed Scotland forever. The hard work is not over yet. The hard work begins on the 19th September when we build a brave new nation which does not punish the poor, which does not punish the disabled, which does not try to strip students of their right to a free education, and which does not privatise the NHS. Labour are just as much a part of the Westminster establishment as the Tories. So what do we want? What do we want? How are we going to vote? That was rubbish. I want to be back louder. What do we want? How are we going to vote? Thank you, brothers and sisters. Thanks, David. Thanks, David. I've got Bob Costello now, one of the great grassroots activists in this campaign. Bob. Hi folks, well, I don't know, I should be standing here amongst all these Labour supporters. You know, I'm a capitalist. I would like to think that I'm a capitalist with a social conscience. And everything these guys say is true. It's time we looked after our own people. You've had all the scare stories. You've had them all. You know, no point going over them again because you're sick to death of listening to them. They tell us we've got 20 years oil left. Some say Scotland's only got 25, and some say Scotland's got 100 years. I'll tell you something. England has 4 days of oil left. And you will give them the notice on Thursday. I would like to say briefly something else. You know, this is fantastic. See all these people just marching behind the piper. That's fantastic, you know. But everyone here has been on a journey for the last 2 years. And I'll tell you something, what a journey it's been. You know, every one of you have been wonderful. Scotland will never be in the same place again. They've opened Pandora's box, and they're going to have a job getting the spirits of freedom back into it again. I'll tell you, boy. Listen, folks, when you think about the journey you've got, regardless of what the outcome is, I fully expect it to be a yes vote, right? Regardless of that, what you will still have, you'll always have the journey. So remember the journey, and that's what we're on now. And whilst you're on that journey, take a brief moment to just look behind you. You'll see a small footstep in the sands of history. Be proud, be very proud, because it's your footprint, folks. Yes. Thanks, Bob. Another Scotland is possible. Another Scotland is going to happen. I'm just going to hand you over now to Stuart Fairweather, one of our leading trade unionists in Dundee, to say a few words. Always embarrasses him.
Yeah, see you later, Bob.
Friends, it's totally appropriate that the march that spontaneously took place today ended here in the city square. This is where Dundonians always come to mark actions of democracy. This is where we came to protest when the bombs were falling on Palestine. This is where we came when we wanted to say no more to South African apartheid. This is where we came when we wanted to say no to the Iraq War. It's where every Dundee worker has come for the Timex, for the NCR, for the Boatyard, for the Michelin, for 9 Wells, when they've been campaigning for a better wage and for decent working conditions. But today isn't just about a march, a spontaneous march for Albert Square to the City Square. Today isn't a victory rally. Today is noting the fact that for the first time ever in history, 97% of Scottish people living in Scotland, have registered to vote. 97%. That's been done to the local campaigns. The campaigns in Fintry, the campaigns in Stubbswell, the campaigns in Lochee. It's been done to people for the Radical Independence campaign, for the Yes Bus, for Stop Me for I, for every local campaign, chapping doors and speaking to their fellow Dundonians. The job isn't finished yet. The job needs to be completed. Everyone here has the opportunity to speak to their friends, their family, their neighbours, their workmates, their colleagues. We need a mass vote for yes on September 18th. We need to ensure that when the Scottish people, the people living in Scotland, have their sovereignty returned to them between 7 AM and 10 PM on 18th of September, that we take that opportunity. We need to go to that ballot box and we need to put our cross against the 6 words. The 6 words are, should Scotland be an independent country? And when we've done that task, comrades, we go on to the other task. We go on to the task of building a nation, part of the global humanity that works for the benefit of humankind, that works for working people, that works for a better environment, and works for a better future. It's not about the banks, it's not about the profiteers, it's about the people. Let's build another Scotland, let's vote yes, let's do our work. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Stuart. And as he says, it's about the people of Scotland, the people who live in Scotland. Wherever they were born, wherever they came from, they're our people too. And our next speaker is Sarah Glynn, speaking on behalf of the English Scots for yes.
I'm proud to be a member of English Scots for yes. I'm proud to be living in a country that makes us so welcome. And I'm even more proud to be living in a country in which so many people want to see a fairer society. Because we're not just voting for independence, we're voting for a different way of running society. We're voting for a fairer world.
Yeah!
You know, the 30 years following
People were asking what do we do next. We've done a lot of speaking today. We've done a bit of marching. There's still time for the people on the no bus. It would be a big shift. Still time for the people on the no bus to join us. You can vote yes.
Yeah!
You can change your mind. It's a secret ballot. Now, here's a promise and here's an invite. When we win on the 18th of September, we'll organise a ceilidh. We'll organise a ceilidh here. There will be dancing. There will be singing. And here there might even be a wee bit good behaviour. Ironbury might sponsor it, you're right. But what we'll do at that ceilidh is we'll extend the hand to the no voters. The very few no voters. The very few no voters that have been shrinking in their fear. Because it must be awfully miserable. It must be awfully sad. But we're going to conduct ourselves, brothers and sisters, in a way that's appropriate for yes voters. We're building a new country. It's a country open to all. And we're saying to the no voters, come and join our ceilidh. Come and build a new Scotland, because it'll be awfully sad on your no bus on the 19th of September. Thank you.
So we'll just wrap up the speaking here now. But let's just remember, what we do on Thursday is not just for us. As Sarah said, we do it for the people of England too. Because if another Scotland is possible, and I know it is, and I know we're going to build it, another England is possible too. And another Catalonia, another Basque country, another Brittany. And for every group of people across Europe who are seeking autonomy to fight austerity, our victory is their victory too. We do this for everyone, not just for us. In our outward-looking, progressive way, Scotland can take the lead. We've given the world so much in a material sense. We've invented almost everything from the tyres on the no bus to the penicillin for any infections they may be picking up as they stand next to their Tory friends. But now we can give the world maybe something else. It might be a little bit less tangible, but it's no less important for that. We can give them hope. Let's vote yes. Let's build a new country. Let's build a people's Scotland.
Let's
Sorry.
Exactly the same as the new know. Exactly the same as the new know.
We're squealing to get up here.
Are you going to kill it? Squealing to get up here. So leave it to people like you.